Hello and welcome to What Map, the map review show for City Skylines. For those of you that don't have access to the workshop, you'll be stuck with using the vanilla maps that come free with the game. But what is the best map to use? And can you really decide from just the thumbnail? Today we'll look at 3 of the vanilla maps and hopefully help you choose the right one for your next city build. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very, very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to the first in what might be a 4-part special on the vanilla maps. Of course it depends whether these are well received. If you like it, give it a quick like and I might make some more. So anyway, 2 rivers. Once you open up the map you'll get given this tile to start with. A little bit of waterfront there on the, I'm going to call that a wide river rather than a lake, because the water is moving. It's being fed by the 2 rivers that of the title into a 1 river. Then that's your next expansion possibilities. Opens up just to give you a little bit of that small lake, and that's your 25 tile vanilla maximum, which that'll give you an idea of what you can expect. But of course, if you really wanted to push the boat out and get those mods, get to the 81 tiles. That's the world around you. That's quite nice. I think this is a particularly good map for building, and compared to the 2 to follow, this is possibly the best for building a big city. So that's something to bear in mind. Here's your start square, log in the foreground. I would get rid of that straight away. Just clear up the mess. Clear up the mess. And there you are. Very flat location to start off with, which you'd expect, but honestly, you'd be surprised sometimes. Especially with the custom maps, sometimes your start squares are pretty damned awful. There we go, this is your lake. The other way up it looks a little bit like Australia, I think, that. And then we've got this little island here. I like that. I would use that for industrial personally. Detailing, Paradox aren't particularly good at detailing their maps. In fact, the vanilla maps are all much of a muchness. It's choosing the lesser of 3 evils, I think, sometimes. The rail bridge, a little bit too raised, especially this side. The ramp there is too steep. Should have been a lot smoother, a lot slower build up to that. I mean, look, the road bridge is not raised at all, so why is the rail? So what are we looking at next? Well, the rail kind of loops around quite nicely, skips around the outside, so you don't get access to the rail in the start square, which is a pain. And of course, here we are. The rail over the road, when I think the road should be indeed going over the rail. That's just a personal opinion, and that's what I would do. In fact, I'd delete it. This bridge, nice on the left, could be a little smoother, but on the right, a big drop down to these points, and honestly, that's a great way of making the train leave the points. Just down there, ba-bump, 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 and you're not going to get to your destination. But yes, another rail over, but this is rail over rail. I guess we can allow that. But yes, it's not a bad, it's a workable intersection there, I think. A workable intersection. Let's have a look over here. Let's go out the boundaries, shall we? I like this island. It's a shame that this island isn't actually within the 25 tiles. I would personally want to use that one, which is the advantage of not being a vanilla player. Then the hills around the outside, they're good shape. I like those. This lake, completely unusable, way out of the boundaries. And then over here we've got some more hills. Once again, you're not going to be building anything on these, even if they were within the zone. A little bit too steep, of course. Let's have a look at this. This here, this doesn't work for me. I don't know what that is about at all. So next map is Islands, also vanilla temperate, and this one is, as you would expect, islands, but I don't really get why. I mean, it's not truly what you'd expect islands. I don't know. What am I talking about? I don't know. Anyway, there's your start square, river running through it, which is going to limit you until you put a bridge across there to the north section of that square. Opens up nicely. There's some hillage north of that river as well, and a separate island where most of that's taken up by highways. That's a bit of a pain in the backside, if I'm honest with you. Have used this map 2 years ago probably. Then it opens up to this, and you've got a couple of islands, but that's all. 2 or 3 islands. Why is it called islands? I don't know. Perhaps they were running out of inspiration. And of course that that peninsula on the right, well, it's completely pointless because you can't actually get roads unless you're building highways across bridges. You can't really get and use that section at all. So for me, a pointless extension. Okay, this is your start square again. This isn't bad. Nice and flat. Slope rolling away from the highways. And there's your river. It's a little bit deep down, but it's accessible. This is that hillage I was talking about. And once again, that is definitely usable and certainly will be very nice for your electricity windmills. You know what I'm talking about. Very cheap, easy power. And very nice up on those. Anyway, yes, islands. Detailing on the islands. Yeah, mundane. I've got to be honest with you. Mundane. And we have the essential lighthouse. Let's get down and have a look at it. Yes, the essential. Oh, nice lighthouse. Okay. I have done my oohing and my ahhing. More islands. And then this is that peninsula. Which, like I say, you can't get to it unless you're building bridges across. Not on the 25 tile setting. So honestly, I think that's just a waste for me. Then this is horrible. This is horrible. I don't get that as a waterfall. It doesn't really. I don't feel it. I don't feel it, guys. And then we've got this river, which is a load of progressive waterfalls. First of all, this rail bridge, ugly as you know what. Ugly as you know what. Frogs is the word, I think. Ugly as frogs. Don't like it at all. But I don't mind the progressive waterfalls down here. I don't mind these. I've seen much worse, and I'll give a little nod to the creators for that. But really, don't like the lower part of that river, even slightly. So that's vanilla. Oh, let's have a look. Yeah, let's have a look here. We've got cemetery. Why? What's the point of putting it there? It's nowhere near anything. Makes no sense at all to me. I was going to wind up for these islands then, but you know what? I think we'll take a few more seconds looking at, yeah, the highways. We've got a bit of a ring road going around the start square, which is handy, I guess. That's nice planning from Paradox. So yes, as maps go, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Why it's called islands, I don't know. The detailing, some places is awful. The rivers I really don't like. So that's that. And we finish with Shady Strands, another one. I'm not exactly sure why it's called this. It's the third and final one of our Temperate maps today. So yes, why it's called Shady Strands, I haven't the foggiest. I mean, possibly we're looking at islands that are strand shaped, but really, I don't know. Anyway, there's your start square. The highway running right through it, a river running right through it, which means that your initial build is going to be very restricted. Once you open up though, you've got quite a bit of build space there in the 9 squares directly. Once you've opened up to 25 though, that's your limitations. In fact, your 9 square is probably a better open up than your limitation there. Look, you've got hillage, you've got sea, you've got lakes. There's not really much you can do. And then the only way you can really expand further is by buying south into the 81 tiles, and I know a lot of you won't want to do that. There's your start square, up a hill, horrible, absolutely horrible, but what is more horrible than that? I'll show you, shall I? Well, there you go, there's your view. That's nice. If you can get up there, that's nice. What do you mean when you get up there? But look at that. This is your vanilla map. You expect better. That is absolutely, truly appalling. And if ever I've criticised one of your maps, you creators out there, remind me that Paradox are rubbish. Well, rubbish at that anyway. What we got here is sea. We've got sea. And we've got rivers. Oh, blimey, I've forgotten where we're flying. But yes, having a quick scowl around. Like I say, the build planes are in the immediate vicinity are very nice. What the heck is that? The world's second worst castle. No, really don't understand that one at all. Yeah, rail over road bridge again. Still a little bit too steep, that ramp. like to see it smoothed out over at least 4 sectors. And the world's worst railway interchange. What is all that about? The best part about that? The rocks in the middle. Seriously. So, yes, what else have we got going on? The highway rolls off to the fog there. The rail comes in from the fog over here. Perhaps these are the strands. Like I say, these islands here are a bit strandy, but really? Probably even less so than the islands in the island map. Big old mountain ridge over here off of the 25 tiles, but you might want to expand this way and do something. This is the south part of the island where you can probably expand down into if you really wanted to. This island at the bottom is very nice, very flat and very usable and completely unreachable. So I don't really know what to say apart from I actually absolutely hate this map, personally. Of the 3, I would be going with the 2 rivers. I think that it's got the most potential for a large city, but I will leave you with the 3 mini maps so you can choose from those yourselves. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe what your favourite maps are down below, and join me for more of the custom maps from the workshop through the week. And if this is well received, this time next week we'll do a second of the 4 styles of the vanilla maps. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, subscribing, and I'll see you very, very soon.